Low levels of urobilinogen occurs in some cases like obstructive jaundice, broad spectrum antibiotics, and hyperbilirubinemia. So obstructive jaundice, so the jaundice occurring due to the obstruction inside the bile duct or biliary duct. So that's why due to that obstruction, so the conversion of bilirubin or the bilirubin will not be converted much into urobilinogen as it gets blocked inside the bile duct. And if we take or we intake of broad spectrum antibiotics is more in a patient, in a person, so then it destroys an intestinal bacteria. Their intestinal bacteria gets destroyed or killed. If that bacteria gets killed, the bilirubin levels will not be converted either to urobilinogen or stercobilinogen. Why? Because in intestine, so this bilirubin gets converted to both urobilinogen and stercobilinogen. So these conversions into these two forms requires intestinal bacteria. If a person is going to take more amounts of this broad spectrum antibiotics, so like penicillins, tetracyclines, etc., so they'll be preventing the formation of this urobilinogen. That's why there will be low levels of urobilinogens. And next, so the levels of urobilinogen will also get decreased in case of hyperbilirubinemia. So increased bilirubin levels. So basically bilirubin has to be converted to urobilinogen and stercobilinogen so that the bilirubin levels normalized. If the bilirubin gets increased in a human body, it indicates its metabolism or its conversion to urobilinogen or stercobilinogen have been not occurring or have been prevented. So that's why if bilirubin gets converted to either urobilinogen or stercobilinogen, the bilirubin levels get decreased and these two levels will increase. But whenever the bilirubin levels gets increased, so this conversion have been not occurring, so that the bilirubin levels get increased. So that condition is called hyperbilirubinemia. And here we can see the normal levels of urobilinogen. So urobilinogen in urine must be around like 0.2 to 1 mg per deciliter. So we have to say the lower levels of urobilinogen have been in urine means it should be, if it is less than 0.2 mg per deciliter, okay, low amounts of urobilinogen have been excreted through urine. And if urobilinogen is more than or greater than 1 mg per deciliter in urine, so then you can say high amounts of urobilinogen have been excreted or have been reaching the kidneys through to get excreted through urine. So these are the levels of urobilinogen. Now we'll go for test for urine bilirubin levels. So we first test is Faucher's test. So previously we have seen the Faucher's test. So for amount of bilirubin present in urine, to test the amount of bilirubin in urine. So now, so Faucher's reagent have to be added with urine, which gives a green color product. So then we can easily understand bilirubin is reacting to produce a green color. So if we go for the procedure here, so urine when combined with a barium chloride, so it results in the formation of barium sulfate as it gets absorbs the bilirubins. When filtered, so you can observe the formation of barium sulfate and bilirubin filtrate. So now we have to add Faucher's reagent. It is nothing but the solution contains ferric chloride composition, and this Faucher's reagent converts the bilirubin to biliverdin because it helps in the oxidation of bilirubin to biliverdin. And this conversion is shown in the form of, this conversion involves the formation of a green colored solution. So the process here mainly if we have to take, I mean 10 ml of urine is added with a 2 ml of barium chloride solution. First has to be filtered. Why? Because if we get if we filter the compound, so the barium sulfate along with the bilirubin so will be filtered. So we'll get a clear filtrate of barium sulfate along with the bilirubin. And to this solution we have to add 1 drop of reagent. Here the reagent is Faucher's reagent, that is ferric chloride solution. So you can observe a green colored complex or green blue color solution, product, so which is a positive for levels of bilirubin. So you can observe the urine contains the bilirubin levels. So if it is positive, then we have to understand there was a problem in the liver. This is one test for testing bilirubin levels in urine. Faucher's reagent, it's very simple. So just adding of urine sample with barium chloride. As the urine contains sulfates, this barium now combines with the sulfates and forms a barium sulfate along with a bilirubin filtrate. And by addition of this reagent, so which is acting as an indicator which helps in conversion of bilirubin to biliverdin. So by mediation of a color compound called green colored solution will be formed here. And the next test is dipstick method. So dipsticks are soaked in a diazo reagent for few seconds, and this strip has to be in urine for 1 second. If it is after 60 seconds, the diazo reagent reacts with the bilirubin at an acidic pH. A pink, red, violet color is produced. So this intensity of the color depends on the concentration of bilirubin. So here in the whole procedure, we have to take a dipstick, the strip here, so any strip. So this strip has to be first dipped in a diazo reagent for few seconds. After dipping this, the strip has a diazo reagent enough. The same which was dipped in diazo reagent, the same strip has to be enough soaked in urine just for 1 second. So you keep it aside. This diazo reagent reacts with the urine sample, and it takes generally 1 minute or 60 seconds. So for reacting with the bilirubin at an acidic pH. So the finally performed product is the pink to red or violet color is produced. And if it is a pink or red violet color, so whether is like it, the color is due to the intensity of the color is due to the concentration of bilirubin. Okay, so if more amount of bilirubin is present in the urine sample, so then red violet color is produced. If very less amount of bilirubin is present in the urine sample, a pink color is obtained. So basically the intensity of the color depends on the concentration of bilirubin. The next test is Ehrlich test. This is also for urobilinogen. So this urine containing urobilinogen, when reacts with Ehrlich reagent, it gets converted to it forms pink red color, an addition of Ehrlich reagent. So which is a positive test for testing urobilinogen in urine sample. So that is dipstick test and Faucher's test. These two are for testing the bilirubin levels in urine, whereas Ehrlich test for urobilinogen in urine. So Ehrlich reagent basically contains para-dimethyl amino benzoaldehyde. So it reacts with the bilirubin in urine sample, urobilinogen in urine sample, and gives a pink red color, which gives a positive test for urobilinogen traces in urine. And the next dye test for